Well, thank you for coming. My name is Mary Sasso. I'm the director at the College of Southern Nevada in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here to talk with you about the F-1 student employment benefits. This is just, I'm not going to go into details about how to apply, just to really about what kind of employment benefits you are entitled to as an F-1 student. The first thing you need to know about being an F-1 student is if you're on campus at the College of Southern Nevada or anywhere else, you have to get a Social Security number. That is by far the very first thing that you need to take care of. When you're employed, whether it's on campus or off, you have to have a Social Security number. Social Security numbers are issued by the federal, so we have no control over how long that takes or the application process. We just want you to know that, we just want you to be aware that that does not get processed on our campus. Track earnings of all employees in the United States. And Social Security numbers in particular are unique to each person. The guard once you have it because it is, again, it's an identifier for you as a person. You should protect this number at all times. Obviously, pieces of your identity could be stolen as well. One of the things that I caution students about when they're getting jobs in the United States, make certain that the employer issues you a letter of offer, and with that, you can go to the Social Security Administration. An employer who tries to pay you, and when you don't have a Social Security number, is actually that it's illegal, and you then are also engaging in illegal activity. So you always want to make sure that you have a Social Security to get paid. Okay. What we're going to talk about is just trying to go to the next slide. Suggestion. There goes. So there's two types of employment. There is off-campus employment. Okay. I'm going to talk about today is the on-campus employment, and there are 5 basic rules of campus employment. The first is that the F-1 student must have academic standing, and that means that you have to be attending classes and maintaining a GPA of at least a 2.3. The second rule is that you also have to be maintaining your F-1 visa status, and that means that you are enrolled, that you're not engaging in any illegality, that you are keeping the international office up to date with your address of your apartments. The third thing, and the third rule, is that the good part about working on campus is that there is no waiting period. And that means that you can, as soon as you can find a job and get a letter from the employer, you can start right away. You don't need any special authorization. You can work up to 20 hours a week. And when school is out of session, you can work more than 20 hours a week as an employer would allow. Okay. Will ask me, where can I work? And on campus, most of our students will get jobs in campus. They might work for the tutoring center or the recruiting office or the admissions office. We even have students who work at the center. The trick for our students is just to basically go around the offices and ask if they have any jobs. Clearly, the better you are at the more desirable you'll be for the offices. Do you have any questions about on-campus employment?
Limitation
Of age? None whatsoever. Nope. The College of Southern Nevada does not discriminate on the basis of any discrimination. Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right, good. Okay. So now we're going to move into off-campus. And this is this has a lot more rules to it, and it's more complicated because it's not something that is just done by yourself. So this we're going to talk about is a benefit called here, practical training, and then the second part of this is practical training. So first we'll start with curricular practical training. Remember we talked about the 5 basic rules that you have to be maintaining your academic standing and status. Well, there are, in addition to those rules, there are also 5 additional rules, and they are your first year of study before you're eligible for curricular practical training. The curricular practical training must be requirements, okay? So it actually has to be not just your degree requirements, but for every student, U.S. student or an international student, training has to be required for the degree. The academic department that you're doing the for has to you also have to get permission from the EIS designated school official on your campus. And that DIS must issue a new I-20 updating any employment that you're going to be having and the dates of that work. 5 basic rules, and then we have 5 additional rules for curricular practical training. This will do CPT, and they'll earn credit hours for it based on how the experience is set up with the department. Require credit for it, some don't. But either way, it has to be required for the degree. All right, so now we're going to move on to the option. So
they'll go away.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I need to come back. Oh. Getting back to those basic rules, some of those apply to OPT and some do not. The thing that makes OPT is that OPT is done after you've completed your degree. Mm-hmm. So this is a benefit that allows students to work off campus for 12 months. They're in the science majors, there is potential for them to get an extension of an additional 17. So the OPT allows you, again, to work off campus. Starts 12 months after your program end date, so when you complete your program. In the case of OPT, it must be directly related to your studies. So for instance, if you're a business major, you can build of marketing or accounting or business, only as it is related to your field of study. Flexible training benefit also requires approval or issuance of a new, again, noting the date and dates of the actual. So one of the biggest challenges with OPT is that it has to be approved by INS, and the approval must come to start work. Unlike CPT, which takes very little time, OPT can have 8 to 12. This really requires some thought ahead of time, right? You need to plan ahead. I usually encourage students to think about applying for OPT before they're getting ready to graduate. This way, they can have that OPT card in their hand shortly after they finish graduation. The most important thing to remember is that if you do not have your OPT card, you cannot work. Right? So you want to make sure, again, that you plan. IS is the only, they're the only ones who can approve the OPT applications. And then once your OPT is approved, the other thing, the relationship with the school does not end after you graduate, because OPT requires you to notify the designated school official of where you're working and where you've moved to. Students are allowed to have some days of, but the expectation is immediately, and it will be in the field of study. Any questions about that? After you complete your OPT, what do you do? So at the College of Southern Nevada, we are a 2-year school. So what usually is they'll complete their degree, they'll do 1 year of OPT, and they'll go on to work on their bachelor's degree. And once they complete their bachelor's degree, they're eligible for another OPT. Every time you complete a level, you're eligible for another OPT. So potentially, get an associate's degree, that would be 1 OPT. A bachelor's would be go on to get your master's, another OPT, and PhD, yet another. So there is a lot of potential for, working multiple states. Now, the other thing that we know that students want to get a work visa, the H-1B. The nice part about having a long work experience like this one gives employers a chance to, and they might, this might lead to them sponsoring you for the OPT or for the H-1B visa. But they've completed their OPT and they've got their studies done, they return back to their home country and then start working.
Any opportunity to get a OPT job in the government?
So there are government jobs out there, and in the city of Las Vegas, don't have a lot of big government jobs, like federal government jobs. But in cities like Los Angeles or San Francisco, where we have big places, also border patrol offices will hire international students. But that's checked with consulates.
Also, you can OPT card. We can get that in anywhere.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Your system combined with your OPT card, allows you to work anywhere. But just remember that OPT, any work you do, it has to be related to your field of study. Yeah, it has to be related. But it doesn't matter where you get there. You can move. I used to work in New York, and many of our students would head to Florida or head to California. But while you're away, when you have to maintain this relationship with your school, because the school has to see this record and issue you when you are 20 if you change employers or addresses. There's pretty much all that I'm going to share with you today. There's lots more information on this topic at the website, Homeland Security's website, and you can always find more information about it there. But, the one nice thing about the curricular practice, it does give the student an opportunity to earn some money to help pay for incidental costs, but curricular practical training is not give students enough money to pay for their education. And that's one of the questions, situations that we run across periodically, is that students really want to. The understanding is that when you come to the United States, and you have to demonstrate that you have enough money to pay for your studies. So this is not a way to make a living, okay? So while you're doing CPT, the idea is that you're getting those first-hand out of classroom experience. What are you interested in studying?
Policies and administration, or science and
And what are your goals for?
And University Teaching Center. My in charge of that. So, I want more. I have knowledge of that, and I want to make a new apply to our university.
I actually didn't know about this meeting. I finished high school last year. I just turned 17 like last week. So I get it, but I want to study the US.
So what do you want to study?
Math.
Math, okay.
I actually, I think I want to study and there are career opportunities.
There's plenty of career opportunities for mathematicians.
I'd love to be an English literature major, but there are literally no jobs. I'd be an unemployed.
You know, one of the things that we suggest students do when they have love for one area but know that jobs are in another, you may consider.
I'm majoring in math and computer science to maximize.
Oh, there you go. That's a great idea. Yeah. Have you looked at actuarial jobs?
What's that?
Check it out. Well, I guess you like numbers and you like computers. Do you like working with people, or would you prefer to?
Actually, right now I have a job working. I finished high school last year, so right now I'm working and trying to earn enough money to pay for college.
Okay.
Because my parents can't support me 100%. Take 4 years, so I have to work. I'm working right now. My parents are working, so we're trying to get it together.
Yep, get it together. That's right. Good. Where do you see yourself working job-wise? You're not sure about that yet?
No, I'm sure. Right now I'm earning money online. It's actually a good. but in the future I'm a big company, and after a while I want to start my own business.
In
Computer science.
computer science business, so programming and
No. Sell data.
there you go. Now we're getting to the heart.
But that's what I'm doing right now, but it's at a smaller scale. So I'm not making I'm making enough money to support. I am paying for. Well, I'm studying abroad. Like I studied abroad, stuff like that. I can pay for that.
Good.
But I can't pay for 4 years of college. That's still a stretch.
Right. So do you think you'll continue that business once you graduate from college?
Yes, enduring.
Yeah. You're going to start your own business, entrepreneurial. Yeah. Very good, very good. Well, it's very nice to meet both of you, and I certainly wish you a lot of success in what goals are. And, you know, the plug-in for the Nevada system. It's a really great university system. I don't know if either of you caught any of the debate.
The headache.
Oh my God. I'm proud to say that the University of UNLV was hosting the debate tonight, so it's kind of nice.
I watched it.
Yeah.
You think?
It makes some of us cringe.
I don't know if you should be proud of hosting the debate.
Yeah. Well, yes, we are. Well, the university was very part of it, but the Nevada system is a nice. It's a little more affordable than California, but we're still in the think about where you're going, where that will lead you, and ultimately to employment. Thank you very much for joining me today. Nice to meet you too. Wonderful. Yes. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
That was epic fail. We could not.